think today's been one of my most tiresome days. I was only going to be around for 5 hours, and here I am again.
Funny how that worked. Yep. Those days are special, that's for sure. You start renovating this place yet?
Oh, so much. But I'll be honest with you, Brandon, if I have been contemplating how much I give a shit anymore.
No. You don't want to be caught dead wearing that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when I think about the last, I want to say 5 months now, every waking, breathing hour has been about aimed at the benefit of others. Now, I may not have done it right each and every time, but that was the intention. That's where a lot of my energy drove from.
I gotta answer this real fast if you don't mind.
Of course.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah. It's nothing we can handle, if you catch my drift. Hey, that I really don't know the answer to. I have suspicions, but those are just suspicions, you know? Alright. Alright, later. Sorry,
So-
it's been a busy day.
No, I can... What the fuck?
Was just at the hospital. You have a... Can I use your fountain maybe to clean up a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
Appreciate that.
The fuck?
Sorry. Didn't really have...
No, understandable.
Don't worry. That wasn't the other one. Like the one that I took care of. It wasn't theirs, so it's fine. So you've had an eventful day, huh?
Sorry, I was thinking about chewing something. Yeah, I got mollied after that. Been dealing with this fucking... It's fucking
Sorry,
tiring.
I don't
No,
mean
no,
to-
dude, you can laugh. Trust me. Right, I could use a little laughter, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really know. It's the whole thing really just kind of pisses me off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, listen, everyone's got to make their decisions in life, right? But to burn something to the ground because of some bullshit, like getting suspended, that just hits different. It makes you think they were never worth it to begin with, and you regret every fucking second you gave them.
Yeah. I have a little more insight on that for you. I had a talk. So, naturally, when all of this happened, right, we were trying to get something for you, right? We couldn't get it because we weren't involved in it, right? So I thought it was just going to be that. We were going to wash our hands of it. There was no more. I'm not going to mention names here because I'm going to keep things vague. And, you know, as of this moment, you know, there's things that I swore to protect, so I'm going to do that because I'm a man of my word. Some people thought it might have been beneficial to get somebody a little higher stature to look at the foyers. Naturally, I thought against it and thought it could be a bad idea and raise too many eyebrows. But I guess it probably fell on deaf ears. Telly was met up with us and was asked to look into that foyer for us. Naturally, it's something that she agreed to being able to do. Said it wouldn't raise any suspicions, nothing like that. I wanted to keep you far away from it and clear from it as far as I could, even though I didn't have the option to not even involve her. I thought the next best thing was to tell her to keep her fucking mouth shut. Don't say anything to nobody about it, especially you. That way you're completely in the dark of it. That way you know nothing about it. Things don't fall on you, blah, 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 blah. Even though I knew that he was going to be close to you anyways, but that wasn't my choice. She also promised with her blood that she would never speak of it to anybody. Turns out that that was a fucking lie.
Oh my God.
So, the bullets that she got, she was going to get regardless. But things being amplified, you were like the only thing stopping bad things from happening. Let's just say that.
What?
She, when I talked to her today, thought she was for you and stuff about black goo and all of this. She was completely in the dark with what she was actually for
It
you
was
for.
black goo.
So, to be honest, Nino, she actually didn't know fucking shit.
Oh my God. No, I believe you.
And as far as the relationship she has with Edgar personally, I don't know much about that. I'm not them. I don't snoop into people's private lives. Seems like there's certain relationships and certain things that are being said behind my back that I'm not aware of. And I have my own problems with that. But I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, and I'm trying to figure things out and try to move forward the best way I know how. And sometimes, even if it's a shit river, you got to paddle through it. So I'm just trying to paddle. But what happened to you today has been, it's look, there's three people who I never want to be touched. And I've made this inherently clear numerous times. You were one of them. Sonya was another one. And then Uncle T, if you know who he is. I don't know if you know who he is. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people close to me, but I remember the people who were good to me. So they go on that list. So for you to get touched today offends me on a deep level. So I have a lot of thinking that I have to do. I know you're not the kind of person who's going to take things laying down, so I'm sure you're probably putting things in place. And kind of want to know, are you seeking any kind of vengeance for any of this?
I want answers. And I think did you say it is about the black goo or not about the black goo?
It's not.
Okay. All right. That
It's nothing
I
to
thought
do
you
with
said
that.
it had
Frankly,
to,
I could.
and that's why
I'll tell you.
kinda-
I'll tell you what it's about. Actually,
Hmm.
it's heavier than the black goo, in my opinion. What she was asked to for you was something that we couldn't get answers for. Anybody we talked to, they couldn't get their finger on it. It was, you know, I'm involved in some heavy shit. I don't know how to say that in any other word besides I've been involved in heavy shit before, but then I've been involved in this shit. This is the heaviest shit that I could ever think of. And whether I like it or not, I have things out of my control and forces looking over top of me that I cannot combat even if I wanted to. I'm stuck. Right? So when these things come calling, I need some information and I need some knowledge. Otherwise, bad things are gonna fucking happen. So that for you was about possibly 5 people getting murdered. And when I say murdered, I mean completely dead mercenaries of sorts, completely wiped off the face of the earth.
Wait.
But there was information coming out about it, and we didn't know how it was coming out, so we thought, you know, maybe they weren't all the way dead. maybe somebody was in hiding, shit like this. So we needed the FOIA
Was
to
this
see.
like 2 months ago?
It was a while ago.
Okay. I remember it was like around the Black Goo time, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, but later.
When you
Later than that.
mention military, it makes me vaguely remember talks about finding vehicles laying around. But I can't remember. It's been so far long that I don't remember if it's the same shit. I mean, I'll tell you this, Brandon. What you told me right now, like, I just fucking wish that this is what I heard in the beginning and we wouldn't have this, whatever the fuck this is. Because
Trust me, I know.
you have to understand, she came to me, like, literally crying for help.
Oh, she spun in a completely different way, by the way.
Yeah.
She said that you held her job over top of her head and demanded that she tell you all of these things. And that's why she told you about the blood, the FOIA, all of
No.
this.
What the fuck? I don't understand, like, what the fuck a problem is. Like, this isn't, I'm not in a fucking gang. This is not a gang. I just don't understand what the fuck is with this, like, manipulation. And I called her out on that shit. I told her, I was like I called her out, like, Saturday. Because, no, I spoke to her, like, originally, you know the day,
Why the fuck is this tea sipper calling me right now?
Benji.
How you doing, Benji? Are you thirsty? Yeah, I can tell. All right, what's going on? Listen, Benji, I'm in the middle of a
SubMedi,
important talk. I
long time
gotta
no
hang up
watch.
the phone.
Big shot mayor now. Yee homie.
I have to go, Benji. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. All right, bye.
Remember that day I called you and I'm like, Tilly's got to stay out of things? And you told me then, like, you haven't really had her involved in anything for a minute.
Nice. That was the only thing that I'm aware of that she was
Yeah.
involved in. And she thought this FOIA was stuff about the doctor, saying that she knew that you said something about a doctor that involved me
Oh
or
my
something like
God.
this.
She doesn't, like, remember things. It's crazy. You have to understand that leading up to that phone call, she was telling me all kinds of crazy shit. It was the day you guys broke into the prison. And you might be wondering, like, well,
I didn't do that, by the way. But yeah, go ahead.
well, I'll tell you why that even topic came up, right? The guy that runs the chief of mall police over here, he goes by the name Quentin. And Quentin's a member of the DOC. He's like a lieutenant over there, something like that. Funny guy, right? He's got, like, the right vibe for, like, what you would imagine, like, a Paul Blart cop.
Yeah.
And so his second in command, also DOC. So I need to go talk to Scotty and let him know, look, I'm not looking to rip, you know, all your DOC guys out, because that would be bad for the DOC and it'd be bad for this place because, you know, people would have to pick and choose, like, where they're working. One place would be empty and the other wouldn't. So I went over there to go chat with him, and Tilly's with me, and we noticed a bunch of police cars just like the vehicles just tossed around inside. And, you know, started rubbernecking a little bit, and that's when we saw someone in there with, you know, a assault rifle. And then PD came, thought we were involved, told us we had to leave. And as we're driving off, what was going through my head is, you know, the whole thing with AK. And yeah, I do know about it, you know? Now, I'm in my
said
mind.
AK.
AK, yeah.
Gorilla.
The gorilla, yeah.
What you know about that?
I've been led to believe that you guys might have X'd him. Now,
Can you tell me where you got that information?
I do not even remember if I remember. You got to understand, people tell me a bunch of shit, but it all kind of gets filed away. You know what I mean? Not my business. Does it matter? Did I know AK months ago, 3 months ago, something like that? Doing like border security for me. But between between being in PD meetings, talking about the PD had learned about AK's death, and talks about a warrant regarding a dead person, you start to kind of piece the pictures together. And that warrant, from my understanding, the guy might have been inside jail. I know it's Dundee. I'm not going to tell him.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking, oh, wait, okay, maybe these guys are like breaking him out or something along those lines. And I mentioned that. I'm like, man, I wonder if that's like fucking, you know, in the car with Tilly. I'm like, man, I wonder if that's fucking Edgar. And he goes, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm on a fucking phone call with him. Or like I was text messaging him just now. I'm like, wait, did you fucking know anything about this? And she's like, no, I haven't spoken to him in a minute. I'm sorry, give me 1 sec. Yo, Pippo.
You're fine.
Appreciate you. Yo, guys, show him some love. And so I bring it over here. I'm like, Tilly, you told me that you're not like fucking around with this shit anymore. Like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, it's nothing, you know, like, you know, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And the thing about it is, the way she's saying it, she's not telling me she hasn't been involved. She wants me to think she is still involved based on what you're telling me now. You know what I mean? So as far as everything she's saying to me, I'm thinking like, what the fuck else is she doing? So she freely tells me about all these other things. At which point I tell her like, hey, we got to make you got to make a choice here. You know what I mean? Because if you get yourself in some shit, I'm not going to deal with that fucking headache. And that's when I gave you the phone call. And then she lost the fucking mind on me. She's like, they're going to fucking kill me. I'm like, what do you mean? You fucking told me to call him, and now you're telling me I can't tell him about this, like, fucking blood and statue bullshit?
Naturally, she would have got a pass from telling you, even though I specifically asked her not to involve you. Because, like I said, I never wanted her involved to begin with. But I needed some kind of layer of separation there, because I know what you do. You're the fucking mayor. I don't want you knowing any of this shit, because at least you can deny and be truthful about it, right? But the fact that she did or whatever, obviously I know you're a trustworthy person.
But Brandon, think about it for a second. The fact that she stirred all this shit.
I know.
When you told her that to protect me.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit that's making me fucking lose my mind. But that's not the worst of it. Is apparently she told Edgar that I was telling her that Edgar's gonna kill her for hanging out with him. And the fucking guy was standing right over here trying to convince me this. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I tried to explain to him how much of a big deal it was, and the motherfucker goes, oh, look at you. Oh, boo-hoo. I'm like, bitch, how do you come across? Tell me how the fuck I need to do things. Mr. fucking buy me a gun mayor fucking 3 months ago type shit. You know what I mean? You ever watch the 70s show?
Yeah.
Fucking, what the fuck's his name? Shit, I was, Fez. You know Fez from the 70s show?
I do, yeah.
Fucking Fez finds a gang, and now this guy's over here thinking he's fucking Al Pacino or some shit. Fuck out of my face.
So, I mean, to be quite honest with you, a lot of this shit is on telly.
It is. I tried to tell
still
him.
in the fucking way that she's starring.
I fucking stood here, and I told him the reason we're talking right now is so I can point out that there isn't anything between us, and then we got Tilly in between, stirring a fucking God knows what. And it goes, I think you have a problem with me. And I tell him, why the fuck would I have a problem with a guy I barely know?
what I pieced together from it all, right? It sounded like people had their minds made up before the talk even happened. All right, so
What?
I just I don't think there was anything that you said that caused all of this. Hold on. Yeah. I'm in the middle of a talk.
I'm
What's
gonna
going on?
fucking kill her.
I better let him. I don't know, but from what I pieced together, it seems like this kind of all falls on Telly. People not being able to wrap their heads around the fact that she's a grandmaster stabber. From what the fucking sounds of this is.
Brother, she had the audacity to tell me, like, I've been fucking cooked all day, working my fucking ass off on a bunch of things. Fucking shit's taking the energy out of me. She forced me into a fucking conversation. She told me, you better tell me by the end of the day today whether I'm fired or not. We need to talk. So I fucking put that extra in to go and chat with her. And she had the audacity to tell me, can you imagine how I feel right now? I've been by your side for so long. And you fire me. I'm like, you're fucking suspended. It's like fucking Office Space turned into fucking Terminator 2.
Yeah, I don't. It's all a big mess. But you know, it just there's so many things that I wish I could tell you because I do need somebody to talk to. But the sheer fact of everything that I have going on, it's just it's too much right now for me to.
Don't expect you to tell me. I would never make that. I would never make you do something like that. You know what I mean?
It's the fact that I want to though, because look, sometimes you're kind of like me. I like to do things very, very quiet. Naturally, I had a pretty good teacher who taught me that kind of stuff. Granted, everything that I've been doing lately has been sloppy as fuck, but that's out of my control. It is what it is. You can't, you know, you get a bunch of people in a room and get them to do shit. Naturally, not everybody's going to be clean about it, but who cares? It's something I have to deal with, so I'm dealing with it. But, you know, one of these days when we actually sit here and have a full conversation, after I get done doing what the fuck I'm doing with everything that I'm dealt with, I swear to you, brother, I'm going to blow your fucking mind. And not just that, but Taylor brought up the doctor, Nino told me about the doctor, all of this shit. I personally don't care if he did. But let me tell you something about the doctor.
You mean the Whisperer guy?
Yeah. She thought that that was part of the foyer, that the foyer had something to do with all that. I don't know.
Bro.
She was so gone. But here's the
Are
thing about the
are
doctor.
her and Edgar drinking like some special eggnog?
I don't know.
Like I
don't know.
genuinely think that they got the same. They call it brain rot. It's like it's
Blaine Lat. Oh,
Blaine, like, you know.
Blaine County.
Yeah.
Angie, can I help you?
Tell him you're with me.
Hi, bye.
Yeah.
Jake.
Hold on. This guy. Hold on. Give me a sec.
What's up, Nino?
I'm trying to talk to Brandon, my good old friend over here right now. I keep blowing up his phone.
Oh, no, fuck. I'm trying to misclick.
Oh, shit.
Brandon,
All
he's
right.
working with fucking Edgar anyway. Fuck the guy.
Yeah. I appreciate you. All right.
Put a bullet in his head. See you later.
Later. The fuck was I saying? Oh my god. Sometimes things never change.
Oh, he's calling me again. Can I help you? He said, tell you that Benji Ramos calls who the fuck ever he wants to call. And then he hung up.
Oh my
Look, this is
god.
gonna be a bad time, but can I? This water fountain over here is making me take one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
piss.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I gotta just. You mind if I piss in the water? It's got blood in there. Anyways.
Yeah, go ahead. Yo, Anonymous, thank you for the 20 gifted subs, my man. Appreciate you. Bro, wait a minute. So this entire arc is that Tilly forgot that she couldn't tell anybody to prevent Nino from getting caught up. Oh my God, what the fuck? So the whole they're gonna kill me that they're gonna kill me for saying he did it. Brandon told her that so that Nino wouldn't get caught up with it, and then convinced Nino that they were gonna kill her if they found out she told Nino, the person that Brandon was trying to protect. So, like, wait, did we get the Game Boy? We got the Game Boy. We got the Game Boy, chat. Right? Oh, it's not unlocked yet. Never mind. The hype train's still going. Holy fucking shit. Like, this wasn't even complicated. I'm still like wrapping around my head that the threat to kill Tilly was so that I wouldn't get bit. Yet she told me she was gonna get killed for. Oh my God, brother. This is like the most.
That was the thing, because we knew that naturally if she figured out some information about it, it was some pretty heavy shit. Right? We specifically told her, do not mention this to anybody, especially your boss. Do not tell Nino whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because we don't want him involved in any of this. We don't want any of this to blow back on him. Nothing
Of course.
like
But but the way she told me was they're gonna kill me for telling you this. This was like the month back. Remember not the phone call last week? But like a couple weeks before that, that's when that call came in.
Yeah, she was so in the dark about it all. She all thought it had to do with Black Gold. She thought it had to do with the doctor and all of this. And I could wrap some things up for you about the doctor, right? Because I know you have your suspicions about the doctor, because you asked me last time we talked about if the doctor really was, you know, a snake or whatever.
Well, I do want to tell you that came up during this conversation, and I'm gonna be honest, it definitely rubbed me the fucking wrong way. Is being asked like, why? Well, actually, we talked about this on the phone call. I don't gotta. Go ahead, Brandon. Sandman, thank you for 4 months. Fig Marie, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Well, I just meant the, you know. Why did I not pick this guy up for you guys? And why I wasn't willing to do you that favor after everything we went through type shit, right?
That was not the context for it from my end, by the way. And I made that very clear.
Oh, I know you wouldn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? But to have someone like, you know what I mean? Like, what does he know about you and me? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does anybody? You and I have seen shit that I don't even know who the fuck else has other than us two.
Yeah. But the reason I even asked you, for one, I asked primarily for...
Yo, Siphon!
The way that I asked you was like, if there's anything
Appreciate
you could do. I went there expecting a no, right? Because I was asking you to do. But more so me asking for advice, right? Naturally, if I go there and I say if there's any help that you can do on this or whatever, and I know the answer's going to be no, you're going to chime in and say some more stuff, right? As far as like you know, there's a way you could do it like this, blah 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 blah. So that's what all that was about. It wasn't, oh, we've been through so much together, I need you to do this favor for me, please help me, blah. It wasn't like that at all. At
Well,
least from my
100%.
end. I don't even know why that's even a thing, but
I
last
feel
time
like,
well, go ahead.
you know, after talking about this, like, number one, it's like telephone, right? That's kind of turned this shit in a. And I thought I tried to do the right thing by just talking to the guy, right? But then the fucking shit gets used against me. Like, do I not talk to this guy? Or just fucking put him into the ground? You know what I mean? Like, that's the messaging I get. And that's not the kind of person I've ever been. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it makes me, standing from where I am, it's almost like maybe your and my relationship and my relationship with Tilly has him feeling a certain way. Like he wants you two for himself.
He's saying like a toxic relationship kind of vibe.
Yeah. Like, this is my Brandon, this is my Tilly. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like what the fuck is it? You know what I mean? I tried to fucking dig it out of him.
So last time we spoke, you mentioned the doctor. Like, did the doctor actually, you know, did he actually do shit that warranted whatever happened to him or whatever? And I was very vague with how I talked to you about it. I'll let you know what happened and why he got what he got. That way you can kind of close the book over on your side, and you know, you actually have somewhat of the full story. Now this guy, Halen, very resourceful guy, right? We had a leak problem. Naturally, we figured out what it was. It wasn't him directly, but this guy took that first meeting with all three of us when me and Edgar, you know, said some shit about what if we come across some heavy shit, blah blah blah. Are you gonna be able
Cypher,
to,
you're a
you know,
legend,
do
man.
shit with that, all that kind of stuff? This intrigued that guy so much that me and Edgar must have been involved in some heavy shit. I started seeing cameras up outside of my house all the time. People were getting random fucking notes, all of this shit, right? So this guy was spying hard. Also, I heard from several people he was recruiting people and giving them specific information, saying things about me and Edgar, right? Using these people to go around and spread the word. So was he the leak to the police? No, not directly. But he also dug a little too deep into two people and started spreading our information to people who should have never did that to. And this was immediately out of his own mouth.
Oh,
while he was standing
shit.
up against a wall with a bunch of AK-47s looking at him.
What the fuck?
And the only reason your name ever came up during any of that, it wasn't me who messaged you or mentioned you. It wasn't Nega who mentioned you. Nothing like that. Ray showed up in the middle of all that, trying to protect him with his boys, because for some reason, I don't know, they had some kind of thing where the Whisperer put something in place or something. I don't know. So all of fucking Hades showed up, and we had a big standoff in the middle of all this with a bunch of fucking guns. And the only person who was allowed to come down was Ray. He took the phone off the guy. He looked through his phone, seen that he was talking to you, put two and two together. None of us ever mentions your name. This was during the time when we, after our first conversation, where we were told to leave your name out of it and put some separation there. So, I don't know. Ray must have assumed some shit, seen your name, found out that you talked to him, and yeah. Because he even asked, I believe, Halen, before he was gunned down, if he had any association with you or if he ever talked with you or whatever. And I think he spoke about a meeting, maybe. So then he got gunned down. And while he was gunned down, laying there, there wasn't blood coming out of his body.
What the fuck? What was the goo?
It was definitely a darker substance.
Jesus fucking Christ. Look, the doctor for me was nothing more than sending you guys on an adventure, not knowing where it'd go. As to what happened to him, I don't think it never really bothered me, to be honest. But the reason it even came up in question was when it was first explained to me that he may have been snitching things. What I was told that it had to do with like Armageddon and all kinds of shit like that, right? The problem is, Brandon, and I say this like hand on heart, is the amount of motherfuckers that were bringing that kind of shit up was insurmountable.
Oh,
So
I'm
in the
not
back of-
surprised.
And so in the back of my mind, I'm like thinking to myself, if this guy is going and whacking someone for something that he's going around telling people about, well, now all of a sudden it's like, you know, you don't know where to place that person anymore, right?
Of course.
How do you trust their word?
And if it was
So-
just that, the regular Doomsday Armageddon talk or whatever, it wouldn't have meant two shits to me. It wasn't that. It was the fact that he was enlisting people to join his cause and specifically telling them that Brandon Valentino and Edgar de Castillo is doing such and such, blah, blah, blah. And I heard it from his mouth straight. So he was trying to rally. I don't know why he was so invested in me and Edgar. I really don't. Maybe it had something to do with you because you were the ones, like, you were the one who gave him, you know, our number. So he probably thought that we weren't just some average, you know, fuck boys. So maybe he wanted to dive in a little deeper. But he was very, very curious person who flew a little too close to the fucking sun and trusted the wrong people. Because those people put us immediately on the
Yo,
case
let's
to him.
go, chat. Good
On
shit.
exactly who he was. Not only that, we caught him fucking putting up surveillance cameras outside of houses, shit like this. That's how we knew it was the doctor. He was trying to just keep tabs on us for weird fucking reasons. It wasn't good. And not only that, but trying to enlist a crackhead army to sit here and talk. And then after he tells these people, gives them a lobotomy so they forget.
What the fuck?
Eh? Told these people, figured out that one of them went around town saying it all. Next thing you know, the guy woke up with a
What
lobotomy.
the fuck?
And I don't know too many doctors out there willingly giving lobotomies, but I know one who's dead.
Brother, what the actual fuck?
Exactly. So that'll wrap up some shit on, you know, some curiosity stake, at least on your end, about what happened with the doctor. I wouldn't have just iced the guy for no fucking reason.
No, I believe you. Man. God damn it.
If he didn't start, poking his nose in the wrong fucking places, you know, he would have been just fine. Right? A lot of the shit that he was saying was intriguing and probably will somehow end up being true. Right? And he was very resourceful. I mean, I seen all the fucking shit that he put together. He had me for a loop with the Easter egg shit, but, you know, the fucking mind map and the people connecting and all of this. I mean, the guy had resources. And just so you're aware, I don't think he was the only one. Matter of fact, I'm almost positive he wasn't the only one.
I felt exactly the same way, like it's a series of individuals that were working together, because that was far too much information.
So, I mean, he might be gone, but I think shit is still ongoing.
So, like, what the fuck happens now? Because
That's
I've got
why I'm
this.
here to figure out what's going on.
Well, that's, you know, I got this little fucking devil who's going around. I don't know why. Like, I gotta ask myself this question, like, why the fuck did Tilly wake up one day and decide, let's have Nino and Edgar at each other's throat? I don't know.
No,
I don't
did.
know if she even fucking knows. But, and then what the fuck am I gonna do here? Because, you know,
I know you're not
I
gonna
don't-
take it laying down. That's why.
It's not
that's why I'm
even-
asking.
well, it's not even about laying down there, Brandon. It's that I tried to not do anything. I mean, I told you I wanted nothing to do with it. Remember way back when? And I tried not to, but it's
Yeah.
like I can't get away. It's like the guy's like magnetized to me.
It's pretty weird how that works.
So like even like I mean, who's to say that, you know, next week this guy's not got another fucking bullshit reason to come like gun me down, right? Violence begets violence, and then what?
I can tell you right now. I don't think that's gonna happen. But look, I'm in a very tough situation. Right? I mean, naturally, I think you could probably understand the situation that I'm in. There's three
I know.
people who I never wanted touched, who I made inherently clear not to get touched, and one of them got touched. So now I'm in a very precarious situation on what the fuck do I need to do. But also I have something above me that's making things very awkward for me and very hard for me. Not to mention, I mean, believe it or not, yeah, he's crazy. He does a lot of fucked up shit, but he's still my guy. So now I'm
Yeah.
torn between two fucking worlds, and I'm wondering what the fuck is gonna happen, and I gotta try to navigate properly here, and it's doing my fucking head in.
I'm in the same fucking mental state. Why reason I was at Legion Square earlier today is I had to stand there and I had to ask myself, why the fuck am I doing any of this? Putting all my fucking heart and soul into this place so that everyone in the city has something to fucking eat. And that one of the biggest motivators that I had, that I even became mayor for, decides to stab me in the fucking back. For what? That being Tilly, of course.
Yeah. You do know I told her that if she ever told that information to anybody, that we would fucking kill her. But naturally, when she told you, I knew it wasn't that big of a deal. It's just something I wanted you to be able to be stupid upon if it
No.
ever came across your desk. But
But that's
I
what I
mean,
mean. Why
I-
the fuck
I-
did she spin it that way?
I don't know. I mean, she was told that she would get hurt, but after when I was told that it was just you or whatever, it was in one ear out the other. It wasn't heavy to me at all. I was just like, fuck it, it's just Nino who knows.
None of that.
I don't care.
And the thing is, Brandon, none of that even bothers me. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's the fact that she keeps running back. She's running to me and telling me all these things about Edgar and what he's going to do and how you guys are going to hurt her. And like that you got her involved in a bunch of things. And then it sounds like she's going and running off to Edgar and saying like Nino's doing all these kind of things. Unfortunately, Edgar seems like he's head over heels and he's already kind of made up his mind. I mean, you said it yourself. You made up his mind beforehand. And I asked myself, for over what?
I don't know.
So, I don't know.
But what I do know is naturally what happened isn't going to sit well with you. One of the problems is kind of already been dealt with. Maybe not completely on your side, but she definitely got a message not to fuck around. So that only leaves one person. Now, I will tell you this. I don't know how to describe this, Nino. Mostly, I'm just wondering, is there a green light on this motherfucker, or what do I have to look forward to? Like, is trouble coming my way? Am I gonna get fucking caught in the crossfire? Am I gonna get shot up here? What's
I'm
happening?
gonna tell you this: is that the moment word got out, there was a lot of people upset, and every person I talked to, I told them Brandon had nothing to do with it. Even Jay had nothing to do with it. Now, as to whether or not, like, I'm actually thinking about, like, full-blown retaliation, I gotta weigh my options here. And in my eyes, why the fuck am I gonna waste my time with a piece of shit who's like borderline fucking retarded. Because all that's gonna do is have some fucking psychopath, find another reason over some bullshit to start opening fire again. And what good is that gonna do for me?
I understand.
Is there a part of me that wants to just go, like the moment it got blasted, grab a fucking gun and start doing something? Of course it was. Like right now, I haven't even fucking figured out whether I'm even fucking interested in this entire fucking thing anymore. So, I wish I had an answer. I was actually hoping that speaking to you, maybe I'd come to one. But I don't know. I'm in a
All I
tough
can
space
say
for mine.
is, I understand because I am tall. I don't really know how to. You gotta understand from my perspective. I roll out of bed and I get told that you get fucking gunned down by my guy. You get what I'm saying? When there's one thing that I specifically asked to never happen, right? And
Brandon,
it's-
how is this your guy if he's willing to just fucking throw everything? Like the fuck is that? That's not
now
your
you
guy.
see the conundrum that I'm facing. But Nino, it's not. There's always higher powers to all of this.
We-
If you think it was
Look,
just
can I shoot
yeah,
straight?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it these people you're working with that you're worried about?
I mean, naturally, it weighs a lot on my mind for sure.
I think it's better to wait to see what they decide.
Yeah, I know. But I can only wait for so long, right? If I had a question that I had to ask myself today. If you're my guy, you're meant to look out for me. I look out for you, and I've been doing a goddamn good job, might I add, doing things bending over backwards that I would never fucking do, that I know is wrong, but I do it anyways, right? Because that's what I swore to do. And then you specifically go after one person that I asked you never to fucking lay your finger on. What does that say to me? What is our relationship then at that point? But things are complicated. Like I said, there's more things in a moving picture, and if I react, then things could get bad.
Yeah.
So I think it's better for me to do what I can do, think about things, use my brain. And this shit right here is just the tip of the iceberg, you know. Like this, you got no idea. I understand you're going through a lot of shit, brother, but I swear to you, these last 4 or 5 months of my life have been a fucking whirlwind. Every day I wake up and it's something heavy. Every fucking day. So much shit that I don't even know, like, if I ever do get the chance to tell you, or if we ever do have that talk where I just unload everything, I don't even know if I'll be able to remember it all. It's just so much.
That's crazy.
It is. But I just wanted to know. Naturally, I know shit's not gonna sit well with you, right? And I get that from your perspective 100%. But I wanted to fill you in on a couple of things that might tie up some loose ends for you, as far as the telly, the doctor, the foyer, all of that bullshit, and just see where your head is if I'm gonna get fucking gunned down in a fucking car, or if I have to
I
think
do
about
not
fucking.
want anybody hurting you. And I can tell you right now, of those that wanted to do something immediately, names came up, right? Your name came up. And I made it very fucking clear you are not to be touched. I mean, I'm fucking surprised no one actually gunned the guy down by now.
I mean, I didn't come in here with blood on my hands for nothing.
Someone hurt him?
I don't know. It's another talk we'll have another time.
All right.
I don't think it was any of your guys, though.
I don't know if I've got guys.
Or anybody who you might have contacted. Unless you got a fucked up telephone that can reach a really fucked up place. That's cryptic on purpose. Give you something to stew about while you're rolling around in your bed.
Yeah.
I'm extremely cooked. I've had too much emotional trauma for one day. I'm gonna retire.
Do you think... I'm thinking Norman related. I don't want to fuck with your head much more than... Brandon... Never mind. I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to
Go
scare
ahead.
you.
Nah, it's fine. Go ahead. Trust me. There's nothing you can say at this point that's gonna scare me.
The name
And living
Norman
on the
fell
red-
down
Yeah.
earlier today.
Yeah. By who? Can you tell me that?
Mm-mm. Said you guys were fucking with him. Old lawyer from back in the day.
I don't think he's a lawyer anymore. Then you know.
Look, Brandon. Oh, it's a fucking local. Don't, if anyone hurts you, you let me know.
I appreciate that. But trust me, throughout all of this, I still keep my wits about me. I know what's going on. I see the road very clear. It's just I have to navigate it properly and not swerve too hard.
You have a good night, yeah?
So, by the way, if you don't hear from me, I'm either in debt or life in prison. I got probably crazy investigations on me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Carmine's up my ass. Ruby York's up my ass. Fucking Bobby Charles is up my ass. Fucking Aaron Carter's up my ass. It's bad.
I want you to think about why, like, so much... there's so much that I know. I know less about Hydra than I know about you guys.
Oh, trust me. There's a very specific reason about it, and trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, sometimes I have to swerve on a road that I can see clear. There's certain things that I have to do driving down the road that don't feel right to me or whatever, or it's definitely not the way that I would do it. But things have to just get done sometimes, whether it's the clean way or the messy way.
Yeah. 100%. All right. You take care.
Have a good night. You too.